The View fans are used to Whoopi Goldberg not appearing on the show on Fridays. That's her day off, and Joy Behar steps in to moderate the fiery Hot Topics discussion. But viewers were angry when the beloved co-host was absent on Monday. Keep reading to find out why Whoopi Goldberg won't be on the show this week and when she'll return. Whoopi Goldberg reaches huge milestone on daytime talk show. It's hard to remember a time when Whoopi Goldberg wasn't a host on ABC's daytime talk show, The View. It's what she's most known for these days, along with her unforgettable role in the 1990 movie Ghost. Joy Behar is the only current co-host who was on the show when it started in 1997. However, she took a break for several seasons. Because of that, Whoopi Goldberg holds the distinction as The View's longest-running co-host. She's been on the show for nearly 20 years. She replaced comedian Rosie O'Donnell as co-host and moderator in 2007. The View Whoopi Goldberg. Why she isn't on this week? Whoopi Goldberg has been the face of The View for over a decade. So, when she's suddenly not on, fans notice. As mentioned, she takes Fridays off, but viewers expect to see her the rest of the week. Disappointed fans tuned in on Monday to find Joy Behar serving as moderator instead of Whoopi. Fans took to social media to ask where Whoopi is. Joy told the audience that Whoopi was in Italy and wouldn't be on the show for the rest of the week. "We are all jealous of Whoopi today because she's in Italy. I hope it's 100 degrees, she joked. According to Entertainment Weekly, Whoopi Goldberg isn't on vacation in Europe. She's there to get honored for her latest book. The actress and TV host has written many books, including children's books. But the book she released earlier this year was more personal. Bits and Pieces is a memoir about the influence her family, specifically her mother and brother, had on her. Whoopi Goldberg posted on Instagram about getting an award at the Topic Taormina International Book Festival in Italy. When she'll return to The View, Whoopi Goldberg will be absent from The View for the rest of the week. She won't return until July 7th. All of the co-hosts are off next week for their annual July 4th holiday break. The show will continue to air, but not new episodes. Reruns will air next week until the show returns from summer break. In addition to Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg, the current co-hosts of The View are Sunny Hostin, Sarah Haynes, Ana Navarro, and Alyssa Farah Griffin. But some viewers are only interested in what Whoopi Goldberg has to say. She often goes viral with her hot takes on various subjects. Have you noticed her absence this week? Sound off in the comments. Whoopi Goldberg's mysterious absence from The View sparks fan outrage. Here's why she's missing and what's next for the daytime icon. Where's Whoopi? That was the resounding question flooding social media feeds this week as fans of The View tuned in Monday morning expecting to see the iconic actress and co-host at the moderator's table. Instead, they were met with Joy Behar taking the reins, not just for the day, but for the week. And while longtime viewers of ABC's hit daytime talk show are used to Whoopi Goldberg taking Fridays off, her unexplained absence on a Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday has triggered confusion, disappointment, and speculation. Why wasn't she there? Was she sick? Taking a secret vacation? Leaving the show for good? As chatter buzzed across fan forums and Twitter threads, The View's producers remained silent until co-host Joy Behar finally addressed the elephant in the room. Now, after days of uncertainty, we finally have answers. And they're both surprising and inspiring. Here's the full story behind Whoopi Goldberg's sudden disappearance from The View, the massive milestone she just reached overseas, and why this moment marks yet another significant chapter in her legendary career. A familiar absence with an unfamiliar twist for regular viewers of The View. The Friday seat swap between Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar is nothing new. Fridays are Whoopi's designated day off, a tradition she's maintained for years. Joy Behar, Herself a veteran co-host and stand-up comedian, steps in to lead the fiery Hot Topics panel whenever Goldberg is away. So, when Monday's episode began with Joy once again moderating the conversation, it wasn't immediately cause for alarm. That is, until fans realized it wasn't just a one-day fill-in. Throughout the episode, Goldberg was nowhere to be seen, her name not even mentioned until Joy finally broke the silence with a half-joking quip. "We are all jealous of Whoopi today because she's in Italy. I hope it's 100 degrees." A flood of viewer reactions followed. "What do you mean Whoopi is in Italy? For what? Why didn't they tell us?" One fan tweeted, "I don't watch The View for Joy." "Where is Whoopi?" Another demanded, "Is she coming back? Is she okay?" The speculation continued to spiral online until media outlets finally offered an official explanation, one that not only reassured fans, but also reminded them why Whoopi Goldberg remains one of the most respected figures in entertainment today. Whoopi Goldberg's Italian getaway isn't a vacation, it's a historic honor, contrary to what many assumed. Whoopi Goldberg didn't skip out on work to sip cocktails on the Amalfi Coast. She's in Italy for a very different reason, to be honored at the prestigious topic Taormina International Book Festival in Sicily. That's right, Goldberg has been recognized for her latest literary achievement, a deeply personal memoir titled Bits and Pieces, My Mother, My Brother, and Me. The memoir, which was released earlier this year, offers an intimate glimpse into Goldberg's upbringing and the family dynamics that shaped her into the woman she is today. At the heart of the story are her mother, Emma Johnson, and her brother, Clyde. The book captures the love, loss, and strength that define their lives and, ultimately, Goldberg's. This book isn't about being a celebrity, Whoopi explained during a press appearance. It's about being a daughter, a sister, a human. It's about love and survival. The Topic Festival, held annually in the ancient Sicilian city of Taormina, celebrates literature, culture, and creativity from around the globe. This year, Goldberg was selected not just for her writing, but for her lifelong contributions to art, media, and advocacy. Goldberg posted a heartfelt video on Instagram from the festival grounds, thanking the organizers and fans for embracing her story. "To be honored for telling my truth, it means the world to me," she said. Nearly 2 decades of daytime dominance. For anyone wondering how much Whoopi's absence matters to the show, it's worth remembering. Goldberg is The View. Since joining the panel in 2007, she has become not just a host, but the anchor of the entire format. Initially stepping in after Rosie O'Donnell's tumultuous exit, Goldberg brought a sense of stability, wisdom, and fearlessness to the show that has kept viewers coming back for nearly 2 decades. Her unique ability to blend humor with authority makes her one of the most compelling voices in daytime TV, and while Joy Behar may have been there from the beginning in 1997, it's Whoopi who holds the title of longest-running continuous co-host in the show's history. Over the years, she's weathered rotating cast members, on-air blow-ups, and even her own controversies, all while staying true to herself. Whether she's weighing in on politics, race, gender, or pop culture, Whoopi's words carry weight. So when she disappears, fans notice. And they care. A timeline of events, from Monday's mystery to weekend resolution. Let's break down what happened and when. Monday, July 1st, The View aired with Joy Behar moderating. No mention of Whoopi was made until late in the episode, when Joy revealed she was in Italy. Tuesday, July 2nd, Whoopi remained absent, prompting an uptick in online chatter. Fans were confused by the lack of formal explanation. Some speculated she might be ill or leaving the show. Wednesday, July 3rd, Entertainment Weekly confirmed that Whoopi was not on vacation, but in Sicily receiving honors for her memoir. Thursday, July 4th, Sunday, July 7th, all co-hosts were off for the show's annual 4th of July break. Reruns aired in place of new episodes. Monday, July 8th, Whoopi is expected to return to her seat as moderator, picking up where she left off, but now with an international literary accolade under her belt. Why Bits and Pieces is so personal to Whoopi Goldberg has authored several books over the years, including children's stories and social commentary. But Bits and Pieces is her most personal work yet. The memoir dives deep into the emotional bedrock of her childhood, focusing on her relationships with her late mother and brother, both of whom she credits with grounding her through her fame, struggles, and personal reinventions. In the book, she recounts growing up in a housing project in Manhattan, struggling with dyslexia and being labeled difficult in school, facing racism and poverty, while being lifted up by a fiercely protective mother, losing her mother and brother within a few years of each other, and how that grief redefined her life. Fans and critics alike have praised the book for its vulnerability, wit, and unflinching honesty. And the Topic Festival clearly agreed, awarding Goldberg a special literary distinction as part of its Excellence in the Arts recognition. The View without Whoopi? Not the same show. While every host brings something unique to the table, Goldberg's absence this past week has reignited conversations about just how vital she is to the show's chemistry. Social media lit up with posts like, "No offense to the others, but The View is Whoopi's show. When she's not there, the energy is totally different. I miss Whoopi's clapbacks and realness."